2 weeks before Formula One here in Austin, a Fortune 500 energy company called with a fairly straightforward ask. They were bringing 30 of their most important guests to the race, and they wanted something unforgettable. I knew what we wanted to do. We wanted to do something that would be unique, different, and special. And it wasn't really that complicated. It was more about routing, timing, and keeping them fresh so they could actually experience the moment. Here's how we did it in 14 days. F1 Austin is chaos. 500,000 people, gridlock everywhere. Your guests are stuck in traffic for 3 hours at least. They're exhausted before they even get to the experience. And by the time they arrive, the night is already ruined. But here's what I knew. If I could keep them at the track during the day and then move them through the rest of the night without exposing them to that chaos, I could actually build something pretty great. The brief was simple. Make this different from every other race weekend they'd ever been to. Not a bigger suite or a better view, different. So I started with what I already knew was coming to town that weekend. Billy Joel was playing, the Chainsmokers had a set, and I had one more card to play. A local Austin artist, a total racing fanatic, someone I'd worked with before and trusted completely. I called him up and asked if he'd come do something no one else at this race was doing. A live, custom art piece created right there on property, just for our guests, while the race weekend happened around them. Day one, we made a call most people planning these trips probably don't make. We decided to keep our guests on track on purpose for as much of the weekend as we possibly could. Here's why. The drive from downtown Austin out to the circuit runs through a lot of 1 and 2 lane roads, and the traffic can get really gnarly fast. The kind of thing that eats an hour of your night before you've even sat down for dinner. Most groups don't think about that until they're stuck in it. So instead of pulling everyone off site for dinner, like most folks might, we brought a private chef in and served dinner right in the suite. After the track activity had wound down for the day, no buses, no traffic, no wasted time standing around waiting for a car. Just dinner right there where they already were, exactly when they wanted it. That was really the whole philosophy behind this trip. Don't move the guests to the experience, move the experience to the guests. While dinner was served, the artist set up in the suite and worked live in front of everyone, creating a handful of custom pieces on the spot. We shipped them directly to each guest afterward, so nobody had to think about carrying a piece of art through an airport. It just showed up at their door a few weeks later with a handwritten note, of course. When it was time for the Billy Joel concert, we had a car service pick everyone up and drive them across the property. People don't realize how big this place actually is. It's still a fairly long haul over to the stage, even though technically you never leave the track. We'd worked with the team ahead of time to set our guests up with VIP side stage access, their own bartender, their own restrooms, their own dedicated space to watch Billy Joel without fighting a general admission crowd or losing anyone in the shuffle. The concert was incredible, and for us, that still wasn't the end of the night. For any guest who wanted to keep going, we'd also arranged a lounge with bottle service at the Chainsmokers. Its own space, set up specifically for our group, so nobody had to choose between winding down and staying out. All of it, the artist, the dinner, the side stage access, the lounge, arranged and built out in a 2-week window. That's really what sets us apart. We didn't just check boxes on a hospitality package. We built a night that couldn't have happened anywhere else, for anyone else. Most producers optimize for the headline, Billy Joel, Chainsmokers. They land the access and call it a win. But the work that actually matters is invisible. It's the routing, the timing. It's understanding that a guest who's been stuck in traffic for 3 hours doesn't experience Billy Joel the same way a guest who arrives fresh and on time does. 2 weeks to coordinate multiple venues, secure a private chef, arrange live entertainment, negotiate backstage access, plan transportation, private routing, positioning at scale, Most producers would have needed 6 weeks. We delivered it in 14 days, and the energy company didn't just book again, they came back with larger briefs. That's the only proof that matters to us. Skip the stars, trust the seal.